Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's having a good day, and thank you for being with us here this evening. We have a distinct pleasure of having Dr. Patana with us today. He was also with us in December, where we spoke on a very different topic last time. And this time, as you may see how young Dr. Patana looks, so he's going to reveal some of his own secrets. And please allow me to give you a little bit of information. So how to biohack your life is better health and vitality. Dr. Patana is a luminary in this field of medicine with a remarkable career that began with his medical degree from Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. Chulalongkorn University is a leading university that leads several researchers, for several medical practices. Followed by, he did a board certification in internal medicine and nephrology. His academic journey then took him to earn a PhD in molecular cell biology from the University of Florida. Dr. Patana is a revered assistant professor in the Anti-Aging and Regenerative program and was also an ex-dean of DPU, Durukjit Pandit University, where his extensive knowledge extends to nutraceutical supplements, stem cell biology, anti-aging medicine, making him a sought-after consultant for the Thai Chelation Society and Thai Integrative Medicine Society. He also serves as a consulting physician at Phyathai Hospital and a few other top renowned clinics. And just to highlight, actually, last time, a lot of people were interested in having a consultation with Dr. Patana, and there is a waiting period for almost 4 months. So you may try your luck. I'll give some details later on if somebody wishes to. And Dr. Patana is also a key person who founded a HEAT Education Congress that is basically an education congress that happens on a yearly basis in Bangkok, where we have a 3 days program, and Dr. Patana invites over 30 medical professionals, doctors, scientists to share different topics. And I think this year the topic is a blue zone into wellness. And it is one of a very diverse educational where a lot of medical and non-medical professional people go to understand health in a better way. Dr. Patana was also recently acknowledged by the Foundation of the Scientists and Technology Council of Thailand as a quality person in medical business. His ethics, his charm, his passion for alternative medicine, being a medical doctor and trying to force alternative ways has, put him in that place. So we're very thrilled to have Dr. Patana with us again. And as you know, that we do 2 types of conversation here. Kamalaya Conversation, which is, of course, where it's led by Chris, and he talks, and asks Q&A. When the other one is the educational talk, where we have the pleasure of having Dr. Patana. So please put your hand together to welcome Dr. Patana. Thank you so much, Dr. Patana, for being here with us today.
Good evening. Thank you, Gopal, for your introductions. Unfortunately, next time is going to be longer. This morning, I just was elected as a board member of Thai Alternative Medicine for Ministry of Health. And last month, I just became the director of Biohack Hospital. So I don't know, I need a clone to do all this job. But it's been a long history of myself, which actually I try to do everything I love and enjoy because it's a part of biohacking. So when we talk about biohacking, these 2 guys are 54 years old and they chose different paths of life. I think that the reason you choose to come here at the Kamalaya the wonderful place. You already biohack yourself. So with this biohacking, they say that aging is the way God made us, because someone gonna have to replace us soon, myself included. Yes, but then scientists discover that why we are getting old. We talk about cellular level, and turns out that we can biohack. We can hack just like you hack computer programs. If the body is just planned to get old, how we can biohack it, This term actually is coined by someone who sells coffee with coconut milk. That's not the way of biohacking. That's commercial. So it has to have scientific proof. And the part of it requires your participation. People always come to me and say, oh, I want your magic pills. By the way, the reason I was doing a lot of work for a long time, because I've been super old. I'm 63 years old and continue working. And people come in that, I want your magic pill to stay young like you. I said, it's a hard work. So first of all, you're going to biohack yourself. It has to be safe. If the doctor gives you a drug called statin and say it will prolong your life, it will prevent your heart disease, you need to know complication of the drugs that you're taking, because you have to take it every day until the side effect will follow. So it's not biohacking, it's called killing yourself with drugs, right? So supplements may be safer, but not all kind of supplement is safe. So food should be the right way to go, exercise should be the right way to go, but do they have anything special, anything that new, that scientific proof? Okay, I know there's a lot of people who study this basic science of aging. And I know that for 20 years, I look the same, but they look very old, because they didn't try to translate science into how to use it for themselves. I don't do that, because why should I talk about, anti-aging and I'm getting old and older and older? It should be the way to prevent it. But you have to believe. It has to be safe. It has to be almost every day in your life. Okay, ready to biohack with me. Start with, you have to understand, science has proved that this is the cause of aging. It's more difficult than this. When you read scientific paper, it came to endoplasmic reticulum dysfunction, mitochondrial dysfunction. I make it easier for you. I make it into the 6 pillars of aging. You cannot stop it unless you die, but you can slow it down. So we are getting old anyway, but we slow it down. That's called biohacking. We slow down our oxidative stress, glycation end product, inflammation, toxin, acidosis, and stress. You already done 2 by coming to Kamalaya, reducing stress. They take away your phone. At the beginning, you're so stressful. Where is my cell phone? But believe me, when you don't have cell phone bothering you for hours, you begin like, I'm stress-free. I can forget about money and work and shareholders and blah, 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 blah. Take away your stress. That's Kamalaya job. Okay? They provide you with pretty much vegetarian diet. That already reduces acidosis from meat, animals, and also some artificial products that they put in the food. They have detoxification programs and toxins. But the rest of it, you need to choose. So you're gonna start by oxidative stress. The more you do, the more life expectancy that you will have. I hope that if some of you determine yourself to be like a C curve by coming here to Kamalaya, you push yourself into B curve or A curve and super A curve. Okay, so we call coming here as like a intermittent biohacking. I know you have to come back, myself included, go back and face the real life there. But here, the first rule of aging, that's all scientists know but never try to tell you, is called caloric restriction. It means the more calorie you eat, the body will metabolize it and make oxidative stress. They make free radicals, and that's the root cause of aging, which is mean we eat too much calories. So you don't have to eat 3 meals a day. If you eat 3 meals a day, it has to be small, because the more you eat, the body try to metabolize it, and the body will try to make oxygen-free radicals. What is oxygen-free radicals? You look at the apples. When you cut the apples out, it is beautiful, right? You leave these apples in the air for a while, the color change into brown. That's oxidative stress from the air. It happens in your body because when you breathe oxygen, it metabolizes food. Of course, you need oxygen. You need oxygen, but the more you eat, the more oxygen you spend to metabolize food, the more oxidative stress will happen. Someone will say, okay, then I don't need oxygen. Fine, you never get old because you die now. Just stop breathing, right? Of course, but you cannot do that. What about breathing less? But worry not, in the future we will have something called hypoxia, a machine here that you can come here and breathe less for longevities. But for now, try to cut down calories. Not everything you eat turns into calories, by the way. For example, if you eat croissant, that's high in calories, but you eat some carbohydrate like this, roasted pumpkin seeds. Not all of them is absorbed into calories. Pretty much of fibers stay in your stomach, stay in your intestine, and that's why you cut down calories by choose the right kind of carbohydrate. You have to eat less, so count calories. And one way to reduce oxidative stress besides that, they call intermittent fasting. If you eat too much, like on Wednesday, I go back to Bangkok, I have Indo-China New Year's party. It's a Chinese New Year's with the Indian. Okay, so I'm gonna eat, why not? I love Indian food. But next day, I will not eat. So I tell my patients like this. Okay, regularly, what time you have breakfast? They say 8 o'clock. I say, can you move it to 9 or 10? And they say, okay, maybe I can. But if I'm hungry, can I eat? Yes. And then what time do you want to eat? Okay, let's say 9 a.m. Okay, 9 plus 8 is 17. Try to have dinner before 17 p.m., which is 5 p.m. Try not to eat a bit here, a little bit there, because that adds too much calorie. Try to keep in mind that you eat too much is not good for you. Believe me, I can help most of the patients. Really. Because turns out it's not that difficult to do. Because turns out that I can eat if I want to eat. But then I realize myself, it's here. Okay, I eat too much now, next meal just skip it. Just skip it. Okay, so when you go back to your plenty of food, skip it somewhat. Okay, free pizza, it just call it toxin. Okay, but here, don't worry, I think they feed you with caloric restrictions meals almost every day. Okay, so it's not like a high in calories or anything. So it's called intermittent fasting. You eat too much this meal, skip it the next meal. Or you eat too much today, skip it next day. Don't make a habit. Don't make a habit that you eat bread every morning. When they talk about oxidative stress, of course the body can get rid of it. Today, I walk in the sand by the oceans, bare feet. Be careful of the pebbles. I encourage anyone to do. Because I relieve my singlet oxygen, my free radicals from my body into the ground zone. You know, it's the electrons that damage us. So what the oxidative stress looks like? Everyone sees lightning, right? You think lightning is safe? Safe? Really? Okay, if someone wants to see the face, how why lightning strike is so dangerous, next time when the rain comes, rain falls, you just go and bare feet and then just put your arms around some electric pole and then you understand. lightning strike because the electron from the clouds try to get into the ground floor. And there's a study show that we all have this electron excess that destroy our body. So by walking in the sands, bare feet, we can transfer our electron back to Earth. But why have to be on the beach? Because that will be guaranteed that from the beach, it goes down to the center of the Earth. If you walk bare feet on the street of Paris, underneath the street of Paris is nothing but tombs. It's not go to the Earth. Maybe you give electron to some mummy or something. The food is also important. Our body can get rid of oxidative stress, but it needs help. Okay, first of all, you need to eat less. And second, you need to eat food that filled with antioxidants. Colorful food, different colors. Okay, just like in these pictures. That's another way to do. And some people even use supplement, which is okay if you use the right kind of supplements to contain antioxidants, which is not part of the lectures today. I'm taking 15 supplements a day. Antioxidant alone, I have vitamin A such as zeaxanthin, vitamin E such as tocotrienols. It's not the regular one, the name that you heard though, or coenzyme Q10. Okay, so supplement that filled with antioxidants can help, but also you need to take food. Food comes first, that provide you with antioxidants, colorful food. So this morning I had beetroot, carrot. Okay. This is toxin. Okay, so every lectures of mine, it became my trademark that I will ask people in the room to chant. Tomorrow we can have a chant, right? Okay, today we chant something like this. Sugar is toxin. Chant with me, please. Sugar is. All right. Next time your husband dare call you sugar, just slap him. Okay, this is my chanting. It helps because like when someone tries to offer me something delicious dessert, sometimes it's like on the Thai Airways or something and just say, no. Sugar is toxic. Okay, so it helps if you keep telling yourself that sugar is toxic. Okay, or even when I do intermittent fasting, I'm hungry, right? I'm hungry and then I just, what can I do? I just tell myself, hungry means beautiful. Hungry is good health. Hungry is whatever you want to do. If you prefer beautiful, so say, oh, hungry is beauty. It helps, it helps. Okay, I can stay hungry for beauty. Hungry is wisdom and sugar is toxin. Chanting, because after all, wellness comes from inside you. This is not food. So when I went to certain like Starbucks stores in the morning and I ordered just black Americano, fresh because it contains antioxidant, by the way, fresh coffee, okay, or black teas or green tea or whatever. And then they try to offer me this. Oh, you want your breakfast? You don't want to have your breakfast with coffee. I will speak right in from the Starbucks store out loud that you are not selling breakfast. What you're selling is toxins. And believe me, I'm very popular in Thailand. I can do that. So they wouldn't dare to do that with me again. And this is some things that you learn that is good for your health because of economies or whatever, but actually it's not. Milk is good in terms of nutrition. It provides a lot of nutrients, I give you that. But then again, if you drink only one glass of milk, I have no problem with it. But you drink milk with croissants, bread, food, blah, blah. Milk became redundant. So if you want to drink milk, that's one meal, period. That's it. Do you know milk contains sugar? That's called lactose. But this is not sweet sugar. So people think, oh, I put milk, that is unsweetened, that means it's safe. No, milk contains sugar that's called lactose. 1 glass of milk has sugar as much as half glass as soft drink. Okay, what about lactose-free milk? They make lactose-free milk by digesting lactose with lactase enzymes. So lactose from 1 molecule of sugar switch into 1 molecule of glucose, which is, diabetes doesn't like it, and 1 molecule of galactose. It means lactose-free milk has more sugar than regular milk, twice as much. If I say that 1 glass of milk has the sugar as much as half glass of soft drink, it means 1 glass of lactose-free milk, just you better drink Pepsi Cola or something. It's the same amount of sugar. So drink milk if you want it because it's delicious, because your body needs it, fine. But don't deny yourself that milk doesn't contain sugar. So if you cut down milk, it means you cut down calories, it means you live longer. And you say, oh, what can I replace milk with? Almond milk, pistachio milk. Actually, all kinds of milk contain sugar, but cow milk probably the worst. One reason the cow milk has become the problem the past 30 years because of the agriculture business. Cow doesn't eat grass anymore. They eat artificial food. Do you know that? So the company will feed cows the best they can to make sure that these cows make more milk, high in fat content. So people will love the milk. If you go to certain place that they feed you, give you the cow milk that fed with grass, it tastes different. Those milk contain vitamin D, the cow will running around in the fields having vitamin D. But cow's milk nowadays, the cow never exposed to the sun. The milk doesn't contain vitamin D, and it's high in artificial product that come from the food that cows just eat. Okay, so when you eat anything from animals, you have to trace back what kind of animals eating. If they eat toxin, the toxin come into their meat, their eggs, their milk. You drink the same thing. Believe me, because milk in Thailand tastes different from milk in America, and milk in America, the most delicious, very fatty. It tastes so much different from milk in Australia because the cow has been fed with different kind of food. So even milk, you have to think what you do. So avoid it, drink it, use it. If it's delicious, you can put it in your latte, I don't mind. But just remember, it contains sugar, and sugar is, and then you just cut down milk by yourself. So what kind of carbohydrate I use? I will tell them that 5 fibers. Okay, fibers is easy. When you do the fruit juice, okay, when you do fruit juice, a lot of fibers left. If you do the carrots and then beetroot, you put it in, there's a part of it that you cannot eat. That's called fibers. Actually, that's the best part. So next time you want to eat fruit, eat fruits. You want to eat carrots, eat beetroots. Try not to make juice out of it because you got only sugar. The best part is fibers, is bye-bye. Okay, so want to eat fruit, eat fruits. You don't have to eat fruit juice. And it's a no-no if you eat fruit juice in the can, in the box, because it barely contains anything but sugar. Good carbohydrates are grains, once again. In my house, I always have pumpkin seeds, and you are in Thailand, find some cashew nuts. It's everywhere. Why they are good? Because it contains omega-9, which is proved to be the best oil that prevents heart diseases, part of Mediterranean diet. Also, it contains vitamin Bs, except B12 though. It contains 7 vitamin Bs. Okay, and it provides food for your gut bacteria that we call probiotics. So 5 fibers to eat, which is easy. I love your breakfast. because it can contain a lot of seeds this morning. Another thing that we need to biohacking is called inflammations. Inflammation, what is inflammation? Everyone has inflammation. When you have mosquito bite, it's swollen and redness, that's inflammation. But then in our body, when you have heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, it's all inflammation of specific organs. And these inflammation come because we made it or because we eat it. It comes from fat. Fat cells make inflammation. Cytokines make these molecules that cause inflammation. That's why exercise and reduce weight is important. May I beg you during the time in Kamalaya, unless you have a bad knees, don't call from the golf cart. Walk, please. Unless you have problem with your knees, I understand. Okay. How much exercise do you need? Two things. You hurt, that's enough. Second, you are tired. Shopping is not exercise because you are not tired, you're not getting hurt. Maybe you hurt your pocket or your husband said, I've hurt because I lose money. But exercise until your body ache a little bit though, and you're tired. You start breathing heavily. How much tiredness? Someone said, when you cannot sing Conti Party Road like that because I'm not tired yet. Okay, when you cannot sing karaoke, that means you're tired enough. Okay, you cannot hold your breath. You cannot sing karaoke. That's when I say tired. Okay, so when you exercise, make sure that you cannot breathe enough. Then try to breathe long, which is easy. You can climb hill, downhill, uphill. Like Gopal here every morning, he cannot sing. Okay. You have to switch your fat cells into something less inflammation by using your food, but start with exercise first. Okay, exercise can be individual. I'm not gonna tell that which exercise is better than which one. Someone say, oh, yoga is the best. Someone say, well, bodybuilding is the best, whatever. But the best exercise actually, first, you must hurt a little. Second, you must be tired, okay? Until you cannot sing karaoke. That's easy. And the second thing is, the best thing that you need is back and leg exercise. Someone say, oh, exercise all the time, they bought the dumbbells and do something like this. What you need these arms for? In Thailand, there's a stupid exercise move that the Ministry of Health teaching, which is I disagree like this. This is bad for your back, bad for your shoulders. And this what Thai Ministry of Health, who I, by the way, lack of knowledge, try to teaching. I have a lot of patients, at least, who has shoulder dislocation. They are 80 years old, and the government tried to ask them to do like this 100 times a day. What happened? Shoulder dislocate. Doctor cannot fix it. So it means they lose the movement ability for the rest of their life. So if you want to do exercise, okay, shoulder is not as important. Shoulder, what you have to do is just stretch here. Okay, I hate to ask you to stand up and exercise with me. Someone want to? The best exercise actually is back and leg. So imagine that you are 70 years old. I cannot ask you to do much. So all I have to do is, I have to ask you to put your butt back as much as possible and bend your knee. The wrong way to bend, and then observe my patient, if they bend like this, this is wrong. This will hurt your knee. The bend is mean the butt go back. Do you see the knee? Okay, my leg is, my pants too fit. Otherwise I can go down further. Okay. And then to hold your position, your shoulders come forward. This way you cannot do it fast. Okay. And then you go up. You twist slowly, and you twist. If you heard something crop in your back, that's good. Okay, it's not gonna hurt your back that much. It means your alignment is back. So if someone hurt, crop, it means it's good. And then you do it again. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can do it in the morning, but here you don't have to because they have yoga class, they have many classes. But at home, for all people, you can do it easily when you wake up in the morning. That's how I give my patient advice. And the reason I have more patients than any doctors in Thailand, because I give them advice. That's what they want, okay? That's why you have to wait 3 months if you want to see me, but have a team, don't worry. Other doctors can help taking care of you. To reduce inflammation, you have to choose right kind of fat. Not every fat is bad, okay? Not every fat is bad. There's a good fat and there's a bad fat. First of all, you avoid fried food because even good fat, if you deep fry, it will turn into a bad fat because the oil with heat means oxidative stress, okay? It means the oil will turn decay. So avoid fried food, avoid trans fat, you know what it is. Avoid using soybean oil. People think soybean oil is good, but actually soybean oil is omega-6 that switch into arachidonic acid, that's the root cause of inflammation. Choose oil high in omega-9, easy. Olive oil, okay, the greenish olive oil that Kamalaya provides every morning. So unfortunately tomorrow it will run out. Everyone will go and pour olive oil. I always do. I eat just about half liters of olive oil a month, or maybe more. Okay, I put in everything. Even though I bought Thai food, kapao gai, I pour olive oil in. I put in everything. Okay. Eat grains, nuts, and seeds. Cashew nuts, corns on the cob, pumpkins, everything. Okay, you will get omega-9. And don't forget to take your fish oil supplement, especially if you are more on the vegetarian side. Okay, believe me, you cannot eat enough fish to get omega-3. Why? Because fish nowadays also farm-raised fish. They did not come from the oceans anymore. And if they come from the oceans, it contains mercury. So continue being vegetarian and take fish oil supplement should be safer. Okay? And cut down animal fats, including milk. If our body, our fat can make arachidonic acid the same way as the pig, beef, cows, and everything, okay, they make arachidonic acid. Seafood make less arachidonic acid, less inflammation. So seafood is better, but the problem with seafood nowadays is it contains mercury because our oceans are dirty. So food has to be more like an organic kind of thing because it's where we live. Okay, so here in Kamalaya, you already do yourself a favor. You already detoxify, not just by food, just by breathing air, just by avoid yourself all this toxic environment here. So if you want to detox yourself, so we start with the first thing, live without cell phones or electronic equipments. Of course, I don't expect you to live in the cave. You know, you have Ajahn cave here. I don't want that tonight everyone just cram up into that small, tiny little cave. That I understand. So, but you change your environment sometimes. Go vacation, change your environment at least once in a while. Eat more organic vegetables, drink more alkaline water. But what I want to say, two things here. Avoid synthetic drugs. Right now, when you go to see doctors, they try to tell you, you have high blood cholesterol, you need to take drugs. The problem is, it's not cholesterol that causes heart disease. That could be my June lecture though. It's the oxidized cholesterol that cause heart disease. It's totally different. The study showed this LDL means nothing. It's an oxidized LDL that doctor never measure. I do measure. So if and you want to decrease oxidized LDL, and you don't need statin, how do you do that? First, you need to measure. We call oxidized LDL measurement, note it down. This person need to have that measurement. The lab is not that expensive. Not LDL, not cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol. And then before you measure it, why don't start taking coenzyme Q10 every day until your oxidized LDL coming down. You don't care about LDL level as long as it not get oxidized. It's just like iron. If it doesn't go rusty, it's still working, right? You want to prevent your iron by not getting rusty, by giving coating something, prevent oxidative stress of iron. You use a lot of method. You don't switch iron into wood, into platinum, into plastic. You keep that iron as long as it doesn't get rusty. You keep your LDL as high as you want, as long as it doesn't get oxidized. Why should I know? I have very high blood cholesterol. It comes from stress. Don't ask me to reduce my stress. I try to tell myself stress is happiness. Okay. I have stress. And the body, when you have stress, the body tries to make cholesterol to switch into cortisol. I know that. But then I don't care about my cholesterol level because, first, my oxidative stress cholesterol, which is called oxidized LDL, is very low. I take 100 milligram CoQ10 every day. Start now, everybody, if you don't take it. And second, I check when you are 54 or 45 years old and up, or somebody like me who's 63, checks calcium deposit to your heart. There's a lot of ways. My artery is just normal, just like 20 years old boy. So why should I take statin? And you know the fact and things about statin. Statin increase calcifications of your artery. It means it causes artery to clog up. Look at the fact. Since we developed statins and they claim it's good, you think the numbers of people who have a heart attack is less or higher? Since we developed statins and say it's good, the cardiologist getting richer or poorer? If the drug is good, cardiologists should be what? Out of the job, not making a lot of money. Same thing as mammogram. Since we have mammogram, the number of breast cancer has become #1 cancer in the world. Since we have a COVID-19 vaccine, since we have influenza vaccine, incident of influenza, anyone will tell that since we developed influenza vaccine, we no longer have influenza. It's getting higher. Something just fooling us. Okay, but that's a different story. But let's say if you don't need synthetic drugs, like you have cold, you have infection, just try not to. If you have hypertension, take it. Measure your blood pressure. If it's high, you take it. But to reduce blood pressure in alternative way, we use magnesium. You can take up to 200 milligrams a day to reduce blood pressure, and maybe you don't need antihypertensive drug. Another thing that you need is called gut microbiome. Anytime you take antibiotics, you kill your gut microbiomes. And food nowadays is depleted of gut microbiome. You can tell me that yogurt has gut microbiome tiny bit. Okay, if you want to take yogurt, make sure that yogurt doesn't contain milk, doesn't contain sugar. Okay, sometimes you like yogurt because it's sweet. That's wrong. It has to be yogurt like Greek yogurt, that's unsweetened yogurt. Okay, small amount, by the way, it contains calories. There's a lot of food that contain gut microbiome for you. If you go to Japan, they have natto. Indonesia, they have tempeh. So there's a lot of things that you can help yourself with this gut microbiomes. And sometimes, eat food that is dirty, it helps. My niece and nephew, they never get sick because the parents just let them running around the field. So they have a swimming pool, and when they jump right in, the dogs jump in too. So they play with animals. So animals can help you in a lot of ways, including provide gut microbiomes. Because these things come from, make it rude, animal feces. Yeah, animal shit. So you need to eat food that a little bit contaminated with this bacteria because it stimulates your immunity. Don't make it too clean, don't make it too overcooked. Okay, a little bit of dirt is good for you. Drugs are toxin, I already told you. And the worst of all is called proton pump inhibitors. Here it is. When you have stomach ache, and the doctor will give you something called omeprazole. If you read studies and Google, doctors entire world except doctor who prescribe it, that these are very dangerous drugs. The body needs to get rid of acid. Because you eat food, the body makes acid. You eat animals, meat, the body makes acid. The body needs to get acid through sweat. Your pH of sweat is acid. To your urine, to your feces, everything, to your breath. When you're breathing out, the body gets rid of carbon dioxide. That is getting rid of acid. And then suddenly you give your body a drug that prevents the body from getting rid of acid. So people who take this drug for a long term, okay, you have stomach ache, you take it for 3 days, I don't mind. But you take it for 3 years or for your lifetime, hey, it produces acid load in your body. And that's how you cannot biohack your life. The studies show that long-term proton pump inhibitors can cause kidney failure, osteoporosis means weak bone, dementia, Alzheimer, cancer, and increased risk of COVID-19 infections by double. It means, oh God, incidence of COVID-19 is so high. Why we just stop selling this group of drugs? Maybe incidence go down in half. That's the way I solve the problem. Cut the root cause, which is proton pump inhibitors. Because the COVID-19, which is coronavirus, cannot enter your cells. If your cells is alkali, so you need to drink alkali water. Okay, the conflict of interest is I'm the oldest model alive because I'm the brand ambassador for Icelandic water. Not too bad to be a model when you're 60 years old. Okay, so we need to drink alkali water, which is a mineral water, to prevent our body, because of COVID-19, coronavirus infections cannot enter cells. The studies show that coronavirus, in order to enter cells, it has to cling to our mucous surface. If the pH of our mucous surface is above 7, it cannot enter our body. I never had COVID. I never had influenza. I barely get sick. I can't remember last time I have to stop working because I'm sick. Okay, I never get sick. Barely, maybe long time ago since I was young. Okay, so acidosis is maybe the most common cause of kidney failure. Nobody knows. I've talked about one day, cancer, osteoporosis. Our body gets rid of acids to kidney. Anytime you pee, the body gets rid of acid. Anytime you sweat, the body gets rid of acid. Don't take the drug that stop the body from making acid, because the acid will load inside you. Try to eat things that are more alkaline, like start with mineral water, vegetarian diet, cut down things like acids such as milk, animal product, processed food, unfortunately including cheese. Of course, all these delicious food, cheese, butter, milk, you can eat it at the moderate amount. Tell yourself that this is good for my brain because I feel happy, fine. But you cannot be happy every day because the body will cry, okay? This is supplement that can help you. You know what? In Thailand, 1,000 tablets sells only 100 baht. In Kamalaya, how much you sell it? And you don't have it, okay. It's the cheapest one, but if you go home, you don't have this sodium bicarbonate tablet, don't worry yet. Who come from America? It's called Arm & Hammer baking soda. Dear, you have it at home? Yeah. Put Arm & Hammers in, sprinkle some lime juice. You are prevent your body from acid. Okay, I have baking soda I made it myself, one of my best-selling products called I. Yes, I do it every morning. In the morning, I woke up, I drink my baking soda drink. In the afternoon, I drink my baking soda drink. So to prevent acid, it's a biohacking already. And it's so cheap. Okay. Anyone who come here in Kamalaya must have at least 100 bucks in your, 100 baht, not bucks, 100 baht in your pocket. You can buy 1,000 tablets of this at a drugstore. Here, because it's more expensive, it may be 400 baht.
We do the lime and in every room.
You can give away for free.
Yes, we give free.
You can give like a gift of soda mint, maybe 100 of each, like a gift from Kamalaya next time. So, but they have baking soda. Any country has baking soda, but you never thought about drinking it. Okay, try. Okay, it's the natural remedies that been, oh my God, from India, from everywhere. You read about when you have a chance to use cell phone. Okay, not right now. Okay, search about benefit of baking soda. That's the cheapest way to biohack your life. Cheapest way to getting young. I drink it every day. And remember, I'm 63 years old. And then I'm gonna switch the process to not lifestyle anymore. Because people always ask me, come to me and say, oh, I want the magic pill. I want the magic pill. I want the magic pills. It's called longevity pills. This still starts with micronutrients. You need to have micronutrients, okay, first of all. But then I'm gonna switch on, what about not simple micronutrients? I told you that if you eat too much, you will get old. That's why you need to stop eating caloric restrictions. But imagine you have, like I'm gonna have a Indo-China Chinese New Year party and say, what kind of food you're gonna eat? Oh, it's a caloric restrictions party. You think your guest's gonna come? You have a party and you feed your kids with this pumpkin seeds, it's good for you. And water, no juice because it contains sugar. Sugar, Dr. Patana said toxin. We feed you nothing but mineral water and pumpkin seeds. Believe me, no one shows up. Birthday party, no cake for you because it's toxin. Okay. Food make you happy. Okay, so food keep family together. So when you eat, and the next meal you are intermittent fasting. But better yet, what about fooling your body? Tell the body that, oh, I haven't eaten anything at all. I'm still hungry. There's a medication supplement for that. When you eat, it's called resveratrol and AD, all of this. This is a calorie-restricted mimetics, okay, which I'm gonna talk about it first. Today I'm gonna talk only about resveratrol and NAD because I don't have, like it's too deep to go into details. Resveratrol is the substance that they found in red wine. But to drink enough red wine to make you young, you need to drink 1 gallon a day. which of course you're not going to get old because you're going to die from liver failure. So it's not the way. So we do the extract. It's not the grape seed extract that some people is still misunderstanding. It's grape skin extract. Okay, so next time when you eat grape, I know some Thai ladies, when they eat grape, they peel the skin. They peel the best part of grape. That's the best part. How did they get resveratrol? Because when they make wine business, okay, they put this grape and then they allow the virgin ladies to jump on it and whatever. And then suddenly the grape was fermented into wine. What's left is two things. One is grape seed and one is grape skin. And we purified it to this almost purified 96% resveratrol. We can do it in Thailand now. So that's my next project. So some people say that's why it's called French paradox. You know, French people eat a lot of food, a lot of cheese, a lot of things, but they always drink wine. That's why they live long. That's called a French paradox because resveratrol, but it's not true. If you go to France, there's a unhealthy French and then healthy French, and actually healthy French because they eat less and they walk a lot. Okay, so don't believe in that French paradox. What resveratrol do? It's down-regulate oxidative stress enzyme, and it's up-regulate antioxidant. It even reduces blood sugar. Talk about not taking, if you don't have a size with super high blood sugar, just take resveratrol. I've been taking it for years, and there's a study proof, okay, that it can help you with insulin resistance. Aging that's difficult is just that in mice. So that's the first thing. You already eat, but you lied to your body, said, I haven't eaten anything because resveratrol is still here, to do a process like fasting process, okay? When you fast, resveratrol will you go bypass what you eat and tell the body that you are still be hungry, please stay young. The second one is NAD. Right now, a lot of clinic provide NAD injections. I recommend for people who are over 50 years old, lack of energy. If you have NAD, you're gonna know that you're full with energies, but you don't need to have an injection, you can eat it. It's called NR, and this is part of this a new longevity medicine, okay? So you don't have to go around hungry always, but you still need to do lifestyle medicine, okay? You still need to call yourself, oh, sugar is toxin, we need to eat less. And then resveratrol, and then you can help a little bit. Okay, how to boost it? Again, fasting. When you're fasting, you boost everything. But if you already eat, I already eat. I'm a famous guy. I have business eating dinner all the time, and then I eat resveratrol and NAD. Healthy diet, exercise, I already told you. And then we have this NAD precursor like NR and NMN, the source as an oral form, or NAD as an injection form, available in Thailand. And the study shows that it benefits for health and lifespan. So when we talk about biohacking, it's not like, oh, fasting, caloric restriction, cut down sugar, because if you do that all the time, you're being honestly unhappy. You're stressful, you walk around hungry. I have people who come to my HEAT Congress meeting, and you know that HEAT Congress feed a lot of food, delicious food at the Ethany Hotel. And then they come to say, oh, Dr. Patana, the food is so good. I cannot eat it. Today I'm doing intermittent fasting. That's a wrong time. I say, eat it. Intermittent means you don't have to do it now. You can do it tomorrow. But please don't tell yourself that, oh, I can do it tomorrow. And then the next day you say, I can do it tomorrow. And the next day you can do it, I can do it tomorrow. That's the song from Garth Brooks, tomorrow never comes. Don't do that. So at least you're in Kamalaya, so tomorrow, no more is today. You do it now, do it today. Okay, but there are new supplements that can help you. So, and then people say, okay, what you gonna do? You're gonna do resveratrol, you're gonna do sirtuin. Imagine yourself as a car. A car needs to run, okay? A car needs a fuel. Without gas, the car will not run. But then again, you fill your tank full of gas, the car will run? No, you need a driver. So by fasting, it's like a driver. If you don't fast, you do resveratrol, you fill the tank with NAD, okay, which is a supplement, a new supplement that's coming out as a longevity medicine right now. So it's not like last time Chris said, oh, nothing new Dr. Patana says about lifestyle. There's a lot of new things, okay, that coming out in the market. Okay, the next supplement is called zombie cell killer. When we old, like people who have Alzheimer's, turns out that certain cells that old and never go away. It's just like if you come from America, because senators like they sit in the House of Representatives forever. They not go away. They will come back and being elected until they die. And it's actually these people doing nothing for the country, just like in Thailand. They just vote, no vote, vote, no vote, based on the money they get. That's all they do, these old people. I try to tell in Thailand that if you don't stay young with me, I will get rid of you. So when it became all these board member things, I make sure that people who work beside me actually working. Okay. These people are called zombie. You know what zombie is, right? Turns out that when we older, we have zombie cells. We have zombie cells in our body that's not working, not doing anything. These cells have short telomere. They don't dividing anymore. They don't working anymore. They just staying there and wasting space for younger generations to come. It's called zombie cell. It's true. Okay. And now there's a lot of supplements that claim that can increase length of telomere. Have you heard about it? Okay. When the cell older, telomere short, oh, we have supplement that can increase length of telomere. Don't buy it. Once they say that, it means they lie. You know what kind of cells that always active, always move forwards, always have long telomere? Cancer cells. So when you have longer telomere, it could be that cells turn into cancer cells. That's why they have active and moving forward. We want to get rid of cells with short telomere, but we don't want to increase telomere length in this sick cell. It means we get rid of them. We don't want to revival them. Okay? We don't want to change zombie cells into human. We want to kill them. Understand? That's why a new supplement does not increase telomere length anymore. Anyone say, oh, this drug increases telomere length, go away. You don't have knowledge just like I do. You need to kill zombie cells. The cells that have shortened telomere. Can you do that? Yes. Turns out the study in mice, this is Nature, though, one of the top league premier. Turns out that if you can get rid, these mice are genetic mice, and they have the way to get rid of old cells in these mice. Because these mice, they have the cells that have genetic. If you show that you have short telomere and you became old cells, you die by eating this kind of food. You know what happened? Old mice turn into younger mice. So the scientists said, bravo, Eureka! If we can get rid of these aging zombie cells in our body, the Alzheimer is in the past. The cell's not functioning, gone, and then the new cell will divide and replace these old cells. So there's a supplements, a lot of things, but before we go there, again, lifestyle. Part of it is like a vitamin D3, fish oil, reducing stress. The study showed that people who have a big stress, a chronic stress, will get old faster. They will have a shortened telomere cells more than people who have less stress. So if we go to these supplements, I'm going to tell you, start with reducing stress. That's why when I give lectures, I always make people laugh. because at least that's the practical way to make them young by just laughing. Okay, there's a new supplement coming out like Phyathai, quercetins. Okay, you can look on the internet. Zombie cell killer, Phyathai, quercetin. Okay, as well as resveratrol and NMN. When you have internet to use, by the way. Now, this is a topic that people talk about. Can stem cell increase our longevity? If you use it right, yes. If you use it wrong, no. The reason I'm 63 years old because I use stem cell. I made it myself every year, part of it. But before we do that, how can we rejuvenate it without expensive stem cell? We start by, again, nutrition, exercise, stress management, detoxification, I already talked about before we go to use cells. But one thing I like to tell you is, when it's time come that you need hormone, women, men, women over 48, 52 years old, around that time you need hormone. Please use it. Men, sometimes you need hormone when you're 45, and sometimes you need hormone when you're 60, 65. Please use this. I use testosterone. Okay, hormone is so important, especially female hormone. It allows cells to divide. It allows cells to grow. The study has proven now that if you use the right kind of hormone, topical, it means you paint on your skin, it will not cause cancer. The hormone that causes cancer is an oral that you put in oral. So if any doctor is still telling you that hormone causes cancer, they are outdated doctor. They never update anything. They keep saying what they believe for 10 years. Okay, why you need to use it when you start like 50 years old? Because if you wait so long until you have Alzheimer, until you have cancer, and then it's a no-no to use hormone. Because hormone will allow your stem cells to divide and make a new cells. But if your cells already turn bad, you already have Alzheimer, you already have cancer, the cell that divide would be bad cells. So it will be too late. So the best time to use hormone is before 60 years old. After that, you can use, a lot of people say, oh my God, okay, I'm 63, still use hormone. If you use before, like me, I use since I was 50, I use it for 13, 14 years, that's fine. You can use it for life. But don't worry yet, I have the oldest man that use hormone is 96. And for women it's 90. I still provide hormone to them. And they just start lately. So I check, make sure that it's safe to use hormone. And I keep monitoring to make sure that it's safe. And the problem is the most important, I have to explain to the patient, and patient have to trust and really want to use it. Okay, small dose of hormone can make a difference. I have a patient who thought that she has Alzheimer's, but after use hormone, turns out that no, she doesn't have Alzheimer's, she has menopause. So a lot of magical things happen when you start using hormone the right way. Don't put it oral. It's a topical hormone that works. And you don't need super high dose. Use hormone and use just minimum dose that make you feel better. For the ladies here who under 50, you don't understand, but when you reach certain age, okay, if I'm still alive, okay, come talk to me. Life can be changing dramatically with hormones, okay? And that's when when the reason that people have to wait 3 months for my appointment, and then after, when the day I see me, they have to wait 3 more hours. Because like this lady, they come to see me, they use hormone, she's younger, she lose weight, and then she went to her alumni party. And everyone say, why are you so beautiful? Just she whisper, I went to see Dr. Patana. And then 10 ladies in the same group came. And then suddenly, right now, anytime there's an alumni party, the phone will ring, okay? That's the truth, though. Men don't care about that when they went to alumni party. Okay, my friend may look like my father, but nobody cares. But women don't, right? When you go to alumni party, who is Looking better than whom? Okay. So, what you should do about biohacking, what you should not do: eating without thinking, never find time for exercise, taking medicine because doctor tell you so, or taking medicine just to correct your laboratory result, high blood cholesterol, more vaccination. This is not what you should do. And again, unsafe medical practice. When someone talk about stem cell, you go and have it injected right away without knowing what it is. Or do it for the sake of money. But what you should do: caloric restrictions, I told you, no nutrition values in everything you eat, exercise, detoxification, supplement is a must, especially vitamin D3, hormone when it's time, stem cell treatment that we need to talk about later, and mindfulness. Because the best doctors is yourself. You need to think about it, but don't be crazy about it. I'm getting old, just very, very, very slowly, that's all. I know I'm getting old, but just slowly. And I try, even though I'm busy, I'm doing a lot of work, I try to choose the work that make me happy. That's important. The work must be happy. Anywhere I go, I choose food. Of course, I face junk food. I'm flying all the time, I travel all the time. And I just say no to junk food. I rather stay hungry sometimes. I say, okay, since you don't have a good food for me, I don't eat. I just drink water. That's it. So you have to remind yourself that best doctor is yourself. Happy older, live longer. I hope that my lectures make you feel better, not feel sad or anything. And how to be happy. I say I'm stressful, I told you, because of a lot of workload. I try to change the world, blah, blah. If I talk to you about the kidney patient, some of you may cry. I did it before. But I try to make myself happy with this principle. This is the lectures I always end with this. I need to learn to live with myself. Can you eat alone? Have you? You need to find someone to eat with you. If you can eat alone, walk alone and being happy. Don't be lonely. Okay? Being alone and being lonely is different. I can be alone and be happy without loneliness. I find a way to do things. I find a way to think. I'm reading books and all that. So learn to live with yourself and happy. And at the same time, you need to learn to live with others by giving, sharing. Sometimes when you're with someone, you want to throw things at them. You want to tell them you're suffering and all that. Maybe, you know what, stop and listening, which I have to do it all the time. You know, sometimes when I have a patient, oh, I wait for 3 months to see you. And then she starts blah, 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 and just have to, And you know what, I haven't done anything. After she finished all blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm glad that you're listening. I feel better already. So sometimes being doctor is easy. You just listen. Okay, you just listen, the patient feel better. And after that, when you advise something, they'll be ready to listen to you because you listen to them first. But when you go to see doctor nowadays, do they listen to you? They don't have time, right? They don't advise you anything. They give you drugs and then bye-bye. So you learn to live with yourself. You learn to live with others. And the most important, you have to learn in today. Oh, that guy hurt me in the past. That lady hurt me in the past. It's in the past. You live in today. And some people come here and live in, oh, tomorrow my stock will increase. Tomorrow my companies will make millions. Oh, tomorrow we'll have a patients. We have a people coming to Kamalaya. Oh God, we don't know the future. Live in today. You can learn from the past. You can plan for the future. But at the end, it's today. Nobody knows. An anonymous person once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it present. So today, I hope I'm your gift. I'm your present because you are my gift. You are my today. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณมากครับ
for such a detailed insight. I think, of course, there was a lot of technical information, and I hope that you were able to take notes. But if somebody needs access to this presentation, do let me know, and we will be and we'll be opening the floor now here for some questions. Yeah, and there's a mic behind.
Thank you, that was fantastic. Incredible. Is there a way to test for oxidized LDL?
Yes. The lab test.
Yeah, we have. If you talk to Dr. Sun, yes, we send it to the yes. Just go to the wellness center and they will book an appointment with the doctor. Yes.
Sit and you don't need to fast. Just you can test it now. The clinic is open. Draw your blood and send it in, and then you know the level of oxidized LDL. I cannot remember the normal value. If it's too high, don't start taking statin. Start taking CoQ10. So why not taking CoQ10 right now? Because it's safe and it's not expensive. And side effect of CoQ10, if you take like I said, if you want to biohack, things that you do must not have long-term side effect. Side effect CoQ10 is make you look younger, make your skin more radiant and beautiful. And the worst of CoQ10 is make you live so long. You need to keep finding money to support yourself. But that's a side effect that you need, right? That's why you're here. So take CoQ10. Okay. I always tell my patients coming to see me, beware. You're gonna live until 100 years old. Do you want that? Are you sure you have enough money to live until 100 years old? Okay.
Sorry, what was it called?
Coenzyme Q10. Okay, you can. I thought you have a. We don't use cell phone here. Next time, bring your book and pencil. Okay. Coenzyme Q10. May I borrow? At Pharmanot, they sell under the name of bioquinone. Support Pharmanot a little bit because all the coenzyme Q10 that has been studied come from Pharmanot company in Denmark. Anyone come from Denmark? Okay. They call it bioquinone, and I went to their companies. You should go see the company because there's such a high quality product. So anything that doesn't reach quality, they throw away. So when I went to see the Pharmanot company, I bring a bucket. Oh, give it to me, give me. So I have like a new bottles of coenzyme Q10 that they throw away. Okay. So coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10. Okay, the trade name is bioquinone, but in Europe, so by Pharmanot, that's the most famous company for coenzyme Q10. All the CoQ10 in the studies in the world come from them.
Yes, and just one follow-up. How often for the NAD injections?
Okay, first of all, certain places can measure NAD level because not everyone has a low NAD. Okay, I have low NAD because my lifestyle. I mean, I try to have a perfect lifestyle, but I cannot. I mean, they say you should come to Kamalaya for 7 days. I say, are you dreaming? Okay, even anytime I come here, I have to do a Zoom meeting. So my lifestyle is bad. But I check my NAD level is rather low, so I have injection maybe once a month. But anyway, once a month, okay? You can use supplement. Right now, the supplement called NMN that can switch to NAD, and also supplement called NR+, which can switch to NAD. Actually, it's a lot of online supplement that, I mean, I don't know which one is the best though. I need to do more studies. We are doing it right now. It takes years to come.
Sorry, people have said that there are two types of stress. There's stress where you feel in control, and you're controlling the situation, and there's another stress where you're out of control and somebody else is sort of creating the stress within you. Is there actually a difference?
Different.
Within your physicality?
It's called positive stress and negative stress. Anyone who have children, have family, you must have stress. And actually, everyone must have stress. People who have, oh, I don't have stress, I just take my pill this morning. That's the way, that kind of person. But it's how you cope with stress. Positive stress and negative stress. People who have children, we call it positive stress, but sometimes it's not. Especially you shake your head because your children gave you negative stress. Because it's not easy. Okay, so how to switch the negative stress into positive stress? What I'm doing for myself is every morning when I take my baking soda drink and listen to some music alone, I will reminiscing. I will think about things for the last day, not try to think just to be angry. I try to plan things for the future. Like I said, learn from the past, plan the futures, live in today. It's called mindfulness. Okay, and sometimes you know why you have stress. You have stress because your children doesn't do what you want to. Maybe they know better than you. There's a lot of ways, a lot of things that I try to tell people. Of course, it's to switch negative to positive, but it's in here. Stress in here. So 5 times every morning, mindfulness, thinking about yourself, because stress is in here. Oh, I'm so afraid of COVID-19. Then stay home, okay, and don't have stress because they suddenly jump right to window to at you. And the COVID-19, good things about COVID-19 is reduce pollution. Try to think positive. And don't worry about COVID-19, take vitamin D3, drink alkaline water, probably you're not going to get it.
That's thinking positively rather than actually having stress that gives you adrenaline and actually gets the job done.
Yes. So that's the way.
So is that positive?
Yeah, like me. Okay. I always yell at people to get the job done, but I'm happy. So when I give lectures to my students, not like this, not a friendly situation, they can just scream and yell. And then at the end, you're gonna say, thank you so much for relieving stress for me. I feel very good, like something like that. So I try to think positive. It's not easy, believe me. So you have to switch yourself, you have to adapt yourself. I travel a lot. In every situation, I just try. Sometimes I'm angry, I just to cut it out. And the best way to do, usually I try to stay alone, be within myself. So when you stress, when you feel like it's negative, don't go around and bugging people. Don't call someone because you may create enemies. Okay, so a good friend may be gone. So anytime you feel like you're under stress, try to be alone. But don't kill yourself, okay? So try to be alone, listen to music. So that's why I said, the first thing I said, you see, learn to live with yourself. That's the first rule. And you can change negative into positive stress if you learning with yourself. I enjoy music, all kind of music, even rap music, hip hop music, anything. Sometimes even when I listen to it, it's just a background noise for me to keep my mind empty, that I can think forward. Okay, I cannot do a lot of work like this. I think and I enjoyed it. Okay, so make it negative to positive stress. Everybody, figure it out.
You mentioned fish oil.
Yes.
Is there other omega-3 vegetarian options?
Yes. Okay. The omega-3 start from plants. This is a linolenic. And the fish change it into DHA and EPA. Our body can change it into DHA and EPA too. It comes from, and right now in Thailand, there's 2 brands that sell it. First is it's a local product called Z oil, difficult to buy though, but you can find online. I call Z, it means Z in certain country. I know British called Z. The last letter, last alphabet, and oil. Okay, that they came from some um, some seeds, some I don't know. Okay. And the second thing that right now Pharmanon, sorry I talk about Pharmanon a lot. They support me a lot too. It's called Phyto Omega 3. That's one easier. Phyto, Phyto Omega 3. So right now there's a fish oil, which is not fish oil by the way, for people who are vegetarians. This one comes from algae. Okay.
Anybody else? All right.
All right, but I'll be around tonight, tomorrow, and be chatting with you.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody. Again, have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you.